Well, hi again. So this is what you're looking for. It's called Chirp, and when you download it, you're looking for Chirp Next. The reason for that is the newer version. It basically works the same. It's just I think it's got more radios in it. And what you need to do is you need to learn how to use this. Now, I am not going to show you how to do this because there are hundreds of videos already on the internet that mention the Quashang K5, K58, K6, basically all the same radio, all work the same. What you're basically doing is going to your radio and you're downloading from your radio. You must download from your radio first and then save that file in your computer, because if you do something and wipe it, you've lost everything that I've put into it. So that's the first thing you need to do. This will not work for the simple reason is I am not connected. You'll need to find the COM port. What you'll need for that is one of these cables. Yeah, so it's like that and it's like that. Now, if you want one, I can sell you one of these. There are loads of them available. A lot of them are sort of fake and they don't have a chip in them or nothing. And they look the same, but they just don't work. I buy them from somewhere where I know they work. Every one I've ever bought so far does work. So it's called a programming cable. Unfortunately, they don't come with it, but you can buy these. They are available on Amazon. They're going to cost you about maybe £6–10, something like that. But they're well worth it for programming it. So yeah, so what you do is you obviously put that into your USB. You then have to find what COM port you're connected to. The program will prompt you to do that. You're looking for the Quashang in the models because there are every model you could imagine on here, absolutely loads. The Quashang. You are then going to look for the UK5. This is going to try and do something now, which I won't do because mine isn't connected, but there are so many videos for you to do this. If you need help with it, get in touch, but I think you will learn it from YouTube. Absolutely loads on there. The only other thing I'm going to show you what I use on here, we'll go down here, is I use this flight radar. There's some comms come in. I live in Swindon on the map there. If I zoom in a little bit, maybe. There we go. Move my map around. I live here in Swindon. Oh, we've had a bit of a disaster there, but I don't give a damn. I'm no YouTube expert. I'm just trying to help you use your cheap little radio. Okay, that was brilliant. You will learn to use this and learn the lingo. Very much at the end of that, you could play this back. Did you wear 6 Lima Yankee? Yeah? If you play it back, you'll just get it. You will learn that and pick it up very quickly, which is great. Because if we go back to my computer and I can zoom in even more. I live in Swindon here. And if we look at this aircraft here, can you see what its registration is? It's ends 6 Lima Yankee. So that comms that I just got on my radio was that TUI aircraft going over my head from Chambéry to Bristol. So there you go. They obviously communicated to Bristol then, and the little radio picked it up. So that was perfect. You will learn that. You will learn to listen very quickly. And all I listen for really is you get the flight level at 3,500, 35,000 feet, 3,200, 32,000. Yeah, we had a little bit of interference there, which will happen. But yeah, that's obviously the same plane because there's nothing else in my area. And to just come out, to give you an idea, I'll move that to one side a minute and I will get rid of that. I live here in Swindon with the stock aerial like you've got with yours. I pick up aircraft that are over here. That is like 30 kilometres away. With my upgraded aerials that I've got outside the house, I've picked them up way further than that. But it's more than enough for a cheap radio. Even my expensive one don't get them much further, to be honest. They're great little things. So that's flight radar. I've got functions on here you might not have. Once again, 6 Lima Yankee at the end. There you go. So I have a gold subscription to this, which isn't much. It's like £30 a year or something. It's not much. Well worth the money. You can watch the planes that you're listening to. They also have an app. It definitely works on iOS because I've got an iPhone. Probably works on Android as well. So I sit down in an evening with my radio next to me, chirping away, and my app running, and I can instantly see what plane. It's great. I live very close, as you can see, to RAF Fairford, so I get the B-52s and all sorts over me. I'm also very close to Brize Norton, so I'm quite lucky. I get a lot of the aircraft coming over here, so that's really good. I might wait around a little bit because this aircraft's on its way, so we might get something that ends with 28 Yankee, 28 Yankee. You learn other things as well, like EasyJet. They'll just say easy, whatever. British Airways. British Airways very often Speedbird. You will learn it. But yeah, that's well worth the money. The other one that I subscribe to is this. It's called Radio Reference UK, and you have to create. This is another paid thing. But this is what I used to program the frequencies from here. And then I sent them to Chirp. And then from Chirp, I put them into your radio. And that's how I do it. If you don't want to pay for it, that's up to you. You can do it by hand. This, I program 200 frequencies into a... 200 frequencies in 10 minutes, you know. Excuse me. That's up to you, but it's what I use and that's how I do things. But a lot of people like pressing the buttons on the radio because you can do it obviously by hand. To do that you need to be in VFO mode to put them in by hand, and then you save them. Loads and loads of videos on this radio on YouTube. I'm just not going to go there. There are more professional people. I just do this as a hobby, and that's it. I like playing around with these little radios, and I think they're fantastic for the money. I have got a more expensive one. I tend to pick this up 99% of the time. Yeah, so I hope that helps. But just to give you an idea of my hobby, I do have loads of other radios. That's one. This is another one that I've recently got. There's a Radtail, once again. Does much the same. Haven't got an aerial in that one at the moment. That's quite a nice radio. I've got another one behind here. This is the TID Radio H3. Actually, I'll put this on. Once again, it's all programmed. This one is search, is that button. And there you go. This one's got a slightly upgraded antenna in it, which I buy from someone called Broadsword Antennas. He's really good, cheap for a set of 3. Also does what I do, and that's buys and sells these little radios. A lot of people report me on these sites saying you're just copying someone. He's actually a mate and he knows what I do and I know what he does, and we got no problem with each other. You know, I help him on stuff he's not sure how to do on radios. He helps me. So people can report me as much as they want. They're not going to get anywhere. But fair enough. One other thing that I'll go to is basically antennas. Really important. Although I've just shown the videos with the stock antenna, so it shows what it does, that it does work. However, this radio, you can pause it. It's a Nagoya 771. they're very good for the money. They are really good. You're looking for this connection, I think that's called an SMA female. The other ones are a BNC, but you're looking for that for your radio. Yeah, they're on Amazon. Lots of fakes about. If it's a fake, it's going to be £6. If it's a real one, it's probably going to be 10, 15 or something like that. But worth the money. I've got one. I've got a few others. A diamond that's very good. But to keep it cheap, just something like this. But if you're using your radio at the airport, at the fence spotting, the stock one is more than a good. And that stock one, you've just seen that I picked up an aircraft that was going over the head of my house. So, you know, yeah, you don't necessarily need it. But this is one that I use quite a lot of because I think it's good quality. But I hope that helps. Just send me a message or whatever if you want a bit more help, and I'll try and help you.